Celebrities who were canceled from Hollywood overnight. Kanye West and Bianca Censori escorted out of Grammys 2025 by cops. We have to wait and find out if the Grammys will press charges on Bianca Censori for taking off all her clothes. The Los Angeles Police Department has to figure out if Kanye West and Bianca will be charged with anything. Kanye West has been a part of a lot of stunts. Another moment that got him canceled overnight was actually during another Grammys night. What is it with the Grammys that Kanye West has a fascination about? Kanye interrupted Taylor Swift's acceptance speech after she won Best Female Video for You Belong With Me. He stormed the stage, took the mic, and declared, "Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish, but Beyoncé had one of the best videos of all time." This shocking act overshadowed Swift's achievement, as she was only 19 years old at the time and had just won her first major award. He was booed by the audience. The crowd at the Grammys immediately turned on Kanye, booing him loudly as he left the stage. The backlash was so intense that even Kanye later admitted he felt humiliated and regretted his actions. The incident sparked widespread outrage, with many calling his behavior disrespectful and egotistical. Ellen DeGeneres' toxic workplace environment was finally exposed. Ellen DeGeneres, once celebrated as one of the most beloved figures in daytime television, faced a significant fall from grace in 2020 after allegations of a toxic work environment on her long-running show, The Ellen DeGeneres Show, came to light. What began as a few isolated claims quickly snowballed into a widespread scandal, with multiple current and former employees coming forward to describe a culture of fear, intimidation, and misconduct behind the scenes of the seemingly cheerful and upbeat program. Reports detailed instances of bullying, racial insensitivity, and sexual harassment by top producers, as well as claims that Ellen herself was complicit in fostering a hostile workplace. Employees alleged that they were subjected to unfair treatment, including being fired for taking medical leave or personal days, and that complaints about the toxic environment were ignored or dismissed. The backlash was swift and severe. Social media erupted with the hashtag #CancelEllen, and the public's perception of Ellen shifted dramatically. Advertisers and sponsors began to distance themselves, and Warner Media launched an internal investigation into the show's production practices. While Ellen publicly apologized, stating that she took responsibility for the issues and vowed to make changes, the damage to her reputation was significant. Wallen was canceled overnight after a video surfaced of him using a racial slur. Wallen, a rising star in the country music scene, faced a major controversy in 2021 that temporarily derailed his career. A video surfaced showing Wallen using a racial slur in a casual conversation with friends after a night out. The footage, which was leaked to TMZ, sparked immediate outrage and led to widespread condemnation from fans, fellow artists, and the music industry. The incident was particularly damaging because it came at a time when Wallen was enjoying immense success, with his album Dangerous, the double album topping the charts and breaking streaming records. In response to the backlash, Wallen issued a public apology acknowledging his mistake and expressing remorse for his use of the offensive language. He stated that he understood the weight of his words and vowed to educate himself and do better. Despite his apology, the consequences were swift. Radio stations pulled his music from their playlists, streaming platforms temporarily removed his songs from curated playlists, and he was suspended indefinitely by his record label, Big Loud. Additionally, the Academy of Country Music Awards disqualified him from eligibility that year. J.K. Rowling controversial comments made her the most hated overnight. The controversy began in 2020 when Rowling tweeted her opposition to the phrase, "people who menstruate," arguing that it erased the concept of biological sex. This sparked immediate criticism from LGBTQ+ advocates, activists, and fans, who accused her of being transphobic and dismissive of transgender experiences. Rowling doubled down on her views in a lengthy blog post, where she expressed concerns about the impact of gender identity policies on women's rights and safety, further fueling the debate. The backlash was swift and widespread. Many fans expressed disappointment, stating that her comments contradicted the inclusive and empowering messages of her books. Prominent figures from the Harry Potter franchise, including actors Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, and Rupert Grint, publicly distanced themselves from her remarks, voicing support for the transgender community. LGBTQ+ organizations and activists condemned her stance, and some fans even declared they could no longer separate her work from her personal views. Rowling's comments have had a lasting impact on her public image. While she continues to write and maintain a loyal fan base, the controversy has overshadowed her legacy for many, sparking ongoing debates about free speech, feminism, and transgender rights. Amber Heard $100 million lawsuit that exposed herself. Amber Heard, an actress known for her roles in films like Aquaman and The Rum Diary, became a central figure in one of Hollywood's most publicized and contentious legal battles with her ex-husband, Johnny Depp. The couple's tumultuous relationship, which ended in 2016, spiraled into a series of lawsuits and counter-lawsuits, with both parties accusing each other of domestic abuse. The legal battles reached a peak during the 2022 defamation trial, where Depp sued Heard for $50 million. Amber Heard countersued for $100 million and embarrassed herself. Throughout the trial, Heard faced significant backlash from the public and on social media. Many criticized her credibility, pointing to inconsistencies in her testimony and evidence presented in court. Clips of her cross-examination went viral, with viewers dissecting her demeanor and statements. The trial became a media spectacle, with hashtags like #Justice for Johnny Depp trending globally, while Heard was often portrayed as the antagonist in the court of public opinion. The jury ultimately ruled in Depp's favor, and after the trial, Amber Heard was completely canceled and forgotten about. You won't believe why Chrissy Teigen was canceled overnight. Chrissy Teigen, a model, television personality, and social media star, faced a significant backlash in 2021 after past tweets resurfaced, revealing cyberbullying and toxic behavior toward other celebrities and individuals. The controversy began when Courtney Stodden, a public figure who gained fame as a teenager, accused Teigen of sending them hurtful messages on social media, including telling them to take their own life. These tweets, dating back to the early 2000s, painted a stark contrast to Teigen's carefully curated image as a witty, relatable, and outspoken advocate for kindness and inclusivity. As more examples of Teigen's past behavior came to light, including targeted comments toward other celebrities like Lindsay Lohan and Kuvanjane Wallis, public outrage grew. Many criticized her for hypocrisy, given her vocal stance on issues like bullying and mental health. Teigen issued a public apology, acknowledging her past actions and expressing deep regret for the pain she caused. She admitted that there was no excuse for her behavior and stated that she had been working on bettering herself in recent years. Despite her apology, the damage to her reputation was significant. Brands and projects distanced themselves from her, and she stepped away from the spotlight for several months. The incident sparked conversations about cancel culture, accountability, and personal growth, with some calling for forgiveness while others argued that her actions were inexcusable. Teigen's cancellation serves as a reminder of the lasting impact of online behavior and the importance of aligning one's actions with their public persona. Dave Chappelle said this one thing that canceled him forever. Dave Chappelle, one of the most celebrated comedians of his generation, faced significant backlash and calls for cancellation in 2021 following the release of his Netflix special, The Closer. In the special, Chappelle made controversial comments about gender identity and the LGBTQ+ community, particularly transgender individuals. He joked about transgender issues and criticized what he perceived as the sensitivity of the LGBTQ+ community. These remarks sparked immediate outrage, with many accusing Chappelle of being transphobic and perpetuating harmful stereotypes. The backlash was swift and widespread. LGBTQ+ advocacy groups, activists, and Netflix employees condemned the special, with some organizing walkouts and petitions demanding its removal from the platform. Critics argued that Chappelle's jokes could contribute to real-world harm against an already marginalized community. However, Chappelle defended his work, stating that his comedy was meant to provoke thought and that he was exercising his freedom of speech. He also emphasized that he had no ill will toward the transgender community. Despite the controversy, Netflix stood by Chappelle, refusing to remove the special, which further fueled the debate. The incident highlighted the ongoing tension between comedy, free speech, and social responsibility, with some defending Chappelle's right to push boundaries and others calling for greater accountability. The one event that canceled Will Smith will forever haunt him. Will Smith, one of Hollywood's most beloved and bankable stars, faced widespread backlash and a temporary cancellation in 2022 following his infamous slap incident at the 94th Academy Awards. During the live broadcast, Smith walked onto the stage and slapped comedian Chris Rock across the face after Rock made a joke about Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, and her shaved head, a result of her alopecia. The shocking moment, which was broadcast to millions worldwide, immediately overshadowed the event and sparked global outrage. Critics condemned Smith for his violent outburst, arguing that it was an inappropriate and disproportionate response to a joke, regardless of its insensitivity. The incident led to a heated debate about accountability, with many calling for Smith to face consequences for his actions. The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences banned Smith from attending the Oscars for 10 years, and several of his projects were put on hold or delayed as Hollywood distanced itself from the controversy.